Welcome back to the 678th FIFA March Madness tournament. Last time we played round of 512 and we had some big teams go out. Here are the highlights. Oh shit, it happened. One of the big teams is gone. Liverpool are out. Oh shit, another big team is out. Oh my god, Ronaldo scores 4 goals. Another top 20 team out. Sevilla losing to Volendam. Oh, Napoli get taken down by Bolton Wanderers. This time, we will be simulating the round of 256. Here's how it went. The very first game also happens to be our first feature game. Let's take a look at how the teams made it this far. Both of the teams have only played one game thus far in the tournament, City beating Wisla Plock 3-1, and Pacos de Ferreira beating Armenia Bielefeld 2-1. There's not much to say about Manchester City. That number 1 next to their name, that says it all. They are the favorites to win this tournament, so this game should not be a problem for them. But as we have seen, big teams can also slip up. Their opponents, Pacos, are a very consistent team from Portugal. They usually finish somewhere in the mid-table, but have also put together some excellent campaigns. Latest one being in 2013, when they finished third in the league ahead of Braga and Sporting. Right out of the gates, Man City showed that they came to play. In the 3rd minute, De Bruyne is left open at the edge of the box, and he converts it. In the 16th minute, Foden plays a calculated low cross into the box, right into Haaland's foot, and that's almost automatic for him, as he increases their lead to 2. Right after that goal, Man City apply pressure in the midfield and win the ball. Eventually it gets crossed to Haaland, who heads it down for Foden, who puts it away with his left foot. Just 20 minutes in, this game seems to be already decided. Man City's attack is relentless, and the scoring opportunities just keep coming their way, while Paco struggle to make it out of their own half. Just before halftime, Grealish and Haaland link up for an easy 1-2 to make it 4-0. I'm sure Paco's players were relieved to hear the halftime whistle as they head into the break. Pacos needs nothing short of a miracle to climb out of this hole now. The miracle never came, however, as in the 61st minute, Foden headed in a rebound off of Haaland's shot, and just 10 minutes later, De Bruyne makes it 6-0 with an inch-perfect free kick. The goalkeeper didn't even move on that one. City players were perhaps already thinking about their next game, as in the 87th minute, Pacos get one back to make it 6-1. City had just enough time to get off one more attack before full time, and they made the most of it, as the substitute, Bernardo Silva, scored his 7th for them. That is how the game ended. I must say, Man City are looking dangerous. Here we go, battle of the 600 seeds. Let's see who wins. And Degaforce pulls it out. As their reward, they get to play AC Milan in the next round. So, good luck with that, guys. Oh, Leon are out. They fall to Palermo. Oh, Southampton get taken out. Another Premier League club down. Yes! Dundalk advance. Let's go! Let's all take a moment to appreciate Dundalk's journey to round of 128. First, they beat the Kaiser Chiefs, right here, 1-2 in the preliminary games. Big upset, 360 seed versus 665 seed. Then they go on to round of 512. They beat Eibar, who are 153 seed. Then they go to round 256 and beat Cosenza, who are 409 seed. And now they get to face Newcastle in the round of 128. I for sure am rooting for them. I hope they win. Ooh, Celta Vigo are out, the 40 seed. They're a strong team, so well done, Cagliari. Ooh, Hearts take out Osasuna. Good job, good job. PAO FC are out. If you don't remember, then that's the club that took out Bilbao in the last episode. Kinda sad. Would love to have seen their run continue. Oh my goodness. Sligo Rovers almost made it through to the next round. Let us also take a minute to appreciate Sligo Rovers. For a half a star team, they definitely had a good run. First off, they beat the 356 seed Oostende. Then they went on to round of 5-1-2 and beat Adana Demirspor, who are a 157 seed, so a big upset here. But then they unfortunately fell to Rapid Bucharesti. But still, good play for the team. Very good. Ooh, Torino are out. Blackpool with the upset. Oh shit! 2-4. I did not expect that. Arsenal get taken out. 2 goals in the overtime for Glimt. Volendam are out. Sunderland beating them 3-2. If you don't remember who Volendam are, then they're the team who took out Sevilla in the round of 5-1-2. Imagine taking out Sevilla and then losing to Sunderland. Life is funny sometimes, huh? Ronaldo survives another round. That's 5 goals for him in this tournament. I haven't been keeping track, but I'm pretty sure he must be the top goal scorer in the tournament. The second feature game features Craiova and Frosinone. Craiova, aka the Giant Slayers, are the team that took out Liverpool last episode. Craiova has some interesting history. The team was banished in 2011, after which they retired from all competitions. In 2017, the club started playing again, but had to start from the 4th league. The team was very successful, and by 2021, they were back in League 1, the top tier of Romanian football. Their opponents, Frosinone, currently play in the Serie B in Italy. The team has gained promotion to Serie A a few times, but have never managed to stay up. Frosinone opened up the scoring in the 24th minute, when after a poor pass from the Craiova defender, the ball gets played to Mulattieri, who puts it in the top corner. Craiova gets the equalizer in the 34th minute when Genea gets played through and hits it right at the keeper, who can't react fast enough and deflects it in. Craiova scores an almost identical goal just 6 minutes later to take the lead. Like seriously, almost identical. Their lead would not last long as Mulattieri scored his second of the game just before halftime. In the 56th minute, the Frosinone defender displays probably the dodgiest defending I have ever seen to let his man beat him. The ball then gets played to Baton, who gives the Craiova the lead again. Frosinone comes right back across the pitch and makes it 3-3 again. No one seems to be able to hold the lead at the moment. Craiova once again take the lead in the 82nd minute when Bauza holds off his defender and puts it into the bottom corner. I thought I had seen the dodgiest defending ever in this game already. Little did I know there was more to come when in the 88th minute, Insigne basically walks through the Craiova defense to make it 4-4 again. So far, the longest time one team has held the lead has been 10 minutes. What an absolutely ridiculous game. In fact, it was so ridiculous, after that goal, I had to go into the settings and make sure that the sliders were at 50. Just before full time, Craiova got another chance, but Shitu, their striker, misses an absolute sitter right in front of the goal at the very last minute of the game. Into overtime we go. In the overtime, Craiova once again managed to break through as they score in the 97th minute. Can they hold on to the lead this time? Of course not. Frosinone come right back and score in the 105th minute. This has to be the most ridiculous game I have ever witnessed in FIFA. No more goals, however, in the next 15 minutes, which meant the game went into penalties. Shitu scores. Roden scores. Achim, the captain, misses. Insigne scores. Baton scores. Lulic scores. Sidibe scores. Casso tries a chip shot out of all shots and misses. Lunderman doesn't capitalize, however, as he goes for power down the middle and is saved. Poloka with a chance to win it, and he scores, sending Frosinone through to round of 1-8. This has to be the most entertaining game of FIFA I have ever watched. Both teams could have legitimately scored 8 goals in this game. I had to cut most of their chances out, otherwise this gameplay clip would have been like 10 minutes long. Even though they're out, let's take a moment to appreciate what Craiova did. They beat Shanghai Shenhua 2-0 in preliminaries. Then of course they went on to beat Liverpool in penalties 5-4 after a 2-2 draw. But then, unfortunately, they fell to the Italy side. Oh, Hebe FC are out. They were officially the lowest seeded team still in the game. They were the 677 seed. Just one team was worse than that. Oh my goodness, Real Madrid almost get taken out by Reading of all teams. Jesus, way too close. Kilmarnock are also out. If you don't remember, then Kilmarnock are the team who took PSV out last episode. Oh, Manchester United barely survived. That's already the second time they've gone to penalties. Manchester United need to pick it up if they're gonna make it far in this tournament. Oh, another upset. Zlatan's previous team, Malmo FF, take out Borussia Mönchengladbach. Oh, excuse me, I can't say the name. McGladbach. They take out McGladbach. That's a big upset. Oh, Fulham almost get taken out. Let's also give some credit to Dalian Professional Football Club because they made it way further than they were supposed to. They beat KV Korchik in the preliminary games. Then they went on into the tournament, beat Gil Vicente, who's a 155 seed. So they had a very good run, and for them to make it all the way to round 256, that's a big deal. So good job, Dalian Pro. Oh, Real Betis almost fall to Vancouver Whitecaps. Very close. All right, now that we played all those games, let's analyze the table a little bit. Manchester City have put themselves in quite a good position as they seem to have a pretty easy way all the way to round of 32, where the worst case scenario that they can face is either Porto or Sporting. And to be honest, with the goal scoring shape they're in, I don't think those clubs can match with Manchester City. But you never know. They still have to survive 2 rounds before they can get there. AC Milan are kind of loving life right now because they have 625 seed Degerfors in round of 1-8, and then In round of 64, they either have Palermo or Jagiellonia. So they have a pretty easy way all the way to round of 32. And that's because some of the teams that were in this little mini bracket of theirs, like Lyon and Besiktas, lost pretty early on. So a whole bunch of weak teams left for them. In this bracket, Newcastle seems to be in the driver's seat, but honestly, I'm rooting for Dundalk. I want them to do something crazy and make it all the way to here, or maybe even here. Why not? They've already upset like 3 teams here, so why not? If you're Chelsea, you're also loving life right now because every single strong team in this little mini bracket has lost. Teams like Osasuna, who lost in their round of 256, and this club who had to forfeit because you can't play as them, and Atletico Bilbao, and the list goes on and on. This team, Espanyol. So pretty much the worst case scenario is that they have to face Strasbourg in a round of 32, but they shouldn't really be a problem for Chelsea. And then of course we had the Arsenal loss. That opened up this part of the bracket quite a bit. And I'm hoping it opened it up enough that someone named Ronaldo here and Al Nassr can make it all the way to round 32 and even 16 because I mean the worst case scenario, the 2 teams they have to beat are Getafe and Rayo Vallecano, and that's all. I think that's doable, and I think Ronaldo can do something crazy here if he can carry the team. And then now let's look at the Liverpool part of the bracket where the Giant Slayers, Craiova, took him out, but then lost to Frosinone in an unfortunate fashion, honestly. This bracket is pretty much wide open, and the team that benefits most from it is actually down here, Juventus, because if you look, they now have a pretty easy way all the way to round of 16 where they're gonna get someone from here. So worst case scenario is they play Real Sociedad, which is not that bad for Juventus. And if they beat them, they're in the quarterfinals. Borussia Dortmund have also put themselves in a decent spot because pretty much they have to get through round of 64, either Nottingham or Boca Juniors. And then if we look down here, there's a bunch of weaker clubs left. So whoever they get here, it's gonna be a relatively easy match for them, on paper at least. So that should be a pretty easy way for them to get all the way to round of 16 here. Manchester United are also in a decent spot, but to be honest with you, the way they've been playing, going to penalties 2 times against the weaker teams, they need to pick it up if they're gonna make it through to round of 32. And even if they do, they're probably gonna play Bayer Leverkusen, and I don't think Bayer and Leverkusen are gonna let them get away with such bad play. But we will see. This bracket is very interesting to me. There hasn't really been any upsets in round 5-1-2 or 2-5-6. So every strongish team is pretty much still here. So if Leipzig are gonna make it through here to round of 16, they're gonna have to play well. Barcelona is just trying to take out every team from the Austrian league, it seems, because they played an Austrian team 3 times in a row now. But their part of the bracket is still pretty difficult. Most of the good teams are still here. So Barcelona need to play well to make it through the round 16. And that is it for this time. Only 128 teams left out of 678. Next time we will play a round of 64, and we're getting closer and closer to this final here. So if you enjoyed, leave a like or a comment, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.